So what I'm doing here today, guys, is we're going to be making up some spaghetti. Now, I do have a little bit of pepperoni once my meat gets a little more done because pepperoni is already done, right? So we're going to cut into this. I'm going to go ahead and show a few of the knives here. So we are looking at ignited cutlery. This one is going to be a 1.46 or 1.4116 German stainless steel. Now this is an Akiri 7-inch. This one is very sharp knife. I'm going to step back real quick and just give a quick demonstration. I mean, it speaks for itself there. Okay. Now, this is one of the newest ones for Ignited. Now, I have to say this. I got this one given to me by Ignited. Okay. So they did welcome me into, I feel like, the Ignited kind of clan. I don't know if it's long-term or temporary. They sent this one to me. Unfortunately, the box did get damaged. Okay. If you see me turning and talking a little bit, I do have a Y tube as well. Um, and it's mainly um, so I can have long-term content that I can work with and from. So with this one, guys, first looks here. All right. Now this one is AUS 10. As we all know, it's just right there underneath that VG 10, VG Max steels. Ignited cutlery. It's a beautiful blade. It features a black pack of wood handle with the 3 rivets here. Okay, full tang all the way through. Very sharp blade. Um, I was a little upset the way it came in, but as we take a look here, I think I'm going to have to give it a little bit of TLC, but not much, as you can see. I mean, just look at that knife. This is the main one that we're going to be using tonight, okay? I mean, I think we can all agree that it's very sharp. It just slices off. If I had a steadier hand, we could definitely get it off of there in a very hair-like fashion, okay? Now, this other box is by Ignited as well. All right, so this one, I think I may have left this one hanging out. I did. This is the box. I left this one. It made its way into my knife block because this one is AUS 10. Now, AUS 10 steel, or not AUS 10, this is AUS 8, so it's a downgrade from the 10. Okay. Hey, everybody. Sorry if I'm missing you. I'm talking and grooving. So, hey, everyone. Um, Same for over here, guys. Yeah, look at this one. Now, I did, I do have some links that I will try to add. If you ever visit Ignited, okay, use my name, JW Adams II. Now, down here in my comments for my YTube, anybody that wants to take a look at this one, now this one was a limited edition. So if you're a limited collector, this one was for 2024, okay? So it's not going to stick around for long. Once they're gone, they're gone. With the way things are on how things are coming out and, you know, moving with overseas, it may be forever before they get any more in. So as we're taking a look at this knife, guys, I've done this a lot. This one is just as sharp as the AUS 10 steel. Okay. I've used these knives a few times. I'm going to have a mess to clean up here in a minute. But I just wanted to kind of show everyone what a sharp knife out of the package should look like, okay? Now, I've done use this a bunch. I got down to the small pieces of paper. Now, I can definitely turn that off and bring you to me. So what we're going to do here, guys, we're going to cut into this onion real quick. I'm going to try and set it up to where everyone can see the best I can. I have an iPad there, okay? Now, I'm just going to kind of speed through this process, okay? I'm just trying to get a little bit of onion out of this one, because this outer layer got a little bruised. Okay, I didn't want a lot of onion tonight. Man, it's slicing through this, guys, with ease. No, sir. I'm doing a video on here. My son's trying to upstage me and take over my channels. All right, our meat's sizzling. It's doing good over there, guys. Jameson, please be respectful. I'm doing a video. It's a dad thing, guys. You know, when your son's here with you and he has a ukulele. I mean, just look at this, guys. I am cutting up this onion with ease over here, guys, for everyone on my TikTok here. I apologize for the excess noise, guys. Okay. So all that is nice and chopped up there. My son wants to be in here with you guys so bad. All right. So we are done with that. All right. So one thing that I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to bring this over here to us. Okay. I'm just going to set this right here and give it a little stir around and chop it up. Because what I'm going to be turning this meat into is into a sauce. Okay, guys? So what I have here looks like a mace from the medieval times. If you know what I'm saying, these are great ones here, guys. It looks like a mace. You could possibly hear that sizzle. Get a look at that there. Now, I did find this one the other day. I'm going to balance this here on. There you go. And so what I have here is a salt and pepper with a little bit of garlic, okay? So I'm just going to add a little bit of this into there. I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic powder, okay? Because I really want to bring out the garlic. Now, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to switch over to this one. I got package and all here, okay? Just right through the package and all with ease. Now, what I'm going to do here is just make a little indentation here. And we're going to peel this back about halfway. So let's take it right about there. So now, if you like pepperoni, that you don't have to use the pepperoni. I love a little bit of pepperoni in with my meat mixed in from time to time. I don't make it like this, so this is kind of a special way that I make it. Now it's a little hard, so this knife went through it with ease there. And I'm just going to do some half shape, half moon shape, if you will. And I'm just want to do them in like some small. I got to go watch some cutting techniques with my real chef friend over here, Camacho. Because I saw him cutting the other day, and I was like, I got to learn that. He was just getting with it with his new knife he got from that channel that I was talking about. I'm just going to add this into my meat. We're going to carefully move our onions over here to our meat. Now, I'm trying to experiment and do different things here. Now, this is just me cooking here. I don't usually. I'm a little under pressure, I guess, because I have a handful of people here watching me tonight. But we are making it happen. So, if you're tuning in, hello, hello. If I'm missing you, I apologize. in advance, but thank you for coming in. We're just adding all of our ingredients. We've chopped up our pepperoni. We chopped up an onion. We're going to mix all that in here in just a second. Um, just an easy press. I mean, we can press them out as well with a nice rock. There's a different ways to make it happen. It's a little chunky. You can even chop them in little triangles if you wanted to. If you didn't want a less kind of chomp, if you will, less bite. I like to chew on my food a little bit, you know. Because if I don't leave it where I can chew on it, then I will inhale it, and then that just leads to other things, right? Okay. Clearing off our board. All right. Now, I'm trying to debate whether or not to grab a mitt because I want you to kind of see everything together here. All right. So I have my meat. My meat is cooked, right? And so I also have my pepperoni. If you're just tuning in, I have some onion. We're going to cook that down. I'm putting some Italian seasoning, Italian. And I love a glass bottle. If you notice my Italian and this one here. Now this one's going to be some crushed rosemary. I'm just going to give it just a little dash, and we can add as needed. Now my paperwork for my cans here, it did not stay on the cans, but they are tomato sauce. Okay, so we're going to start it from scratch, not already a pre-made. So we're going to have to make it to taste tonight. Okay. Um, and then I do have over here some spinach. We're going to add that to our sauce. We also have some mozzarella. We're going to use that as a topper later. I'm going to put 2 cans in here with my onions and my pepperoni and my hamburger meat, along with our Italian seasoning and our pre-made seasoning, which was salt, pepper, and garlic. All right. Now, instead of doing water, I am just going to add just a smidge of milk. Not a whole lot, but just enough to whisk around in here, get some of that tomato, and pour it all in there, because now we're going to let it simmer. We're going to let it cook. It's going to cook down a little bit. Okay. All right. Set that there. Now, what's great about this utensil is, besides it looking like a mace, is great for that up and down chopping. Now, you can mix with it. You can stir with it. You can just kind of mix it all together and get it going. Now, I'm going to return this back over here to the heat. Now, my heat is going to be around between 6 and 7. That's 2 clicks past our medium there. So somewhere between medium and high heat. And then what I will do is I will definitely cut up a little bit of butter here in just a moment. I will taste it and add the butter as we go. So I do have my onions and everything. And you can cook your onions down if you want to caramelize them, but I really like that nice crunch that you can get in these, okay? Because this is a yellow sweet onion that I'm using, just to be specific. Because I think like your reds and stuff can be a little more on like that spicy side. Let's check on our noodles real quick, make sure they're not sticking. They're looking good, guys. Looking beautiful. Those are about done. We're going to let those simmer and cook down some more. Now, what we're going to do while our sausage and everything is cooking down, we are going to add in just a little bit of the spinach to our spaghetti sauce, okay? So thank you so much, everyone, for being able to be in here. Thank y'all for the gifts. If you don't mind, just tap, tap, tap. I appreciate y'all helping me get to the 11K. Y'all are amazing. Guys, I appreciate y'all. No, it is not lettuce. This is spinach. This is a spinach leaf. It's going to cook down. So this is going to be going into our sauce, guys. I'm cooking spaghetti from kind of the scratch. Hey, everybody. Sorry if I'm missing anybody down here. I got pepperoni. It's pepperoni. Sorry, guys. If anyone, I'm missing one, welcome into the chat. I do apologize. Hey, I mean, greens are greens, right? All right, guys. So we have our spinach. I appreciate everyone and your time. I don't want to miss out on anybody. Thank y'all so much for coming in. Sweet, thanks for joining. I appreciate you. If I'm missing you, it's not letting me pin anybody. Let's see here. My guy, I trust you so much, Justice. So, Justice, I just knighted you there. Thank you for coming in, Nina. I appreciate you, Nina. Hey, that's okay. If I have one or none, I'm still here for everyone. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Um, take a look at our lettuce here. We're going to go ahead and drop a few leaves in at a time as we go to make this sauce up so it cooks down. Now, it will definitely cook down. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of an angle here to hopefully see a little bit more. Stay with me there. Stay with me. It won't let me. If you're coming in, guys, make sure you're saying hello. I'm going to try and interact as much as I can. Yes, I have chickens, Star. Yeah, you can definitely try it. I don't really have any specific measurements on this one, Peaceful. This one's totally from scratch, okay? Hey. Who brings home the bacon? Um, I don't know. Sometimes I go to the store. Sometimes my wife goes to the store. It just depends on who grabs the bacon at the time, I guess. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining in. I appreciate every one of y'all. We got our noodles. They're about done. We have our meat sauce over here, guys. We're adding a little bit of spinach leaves. We're going to cook these down, let them simmer down. They're going to wilt down and become pliable. We're cooking with a medium to high heat on this sauce. Now, like I said, this is all going to be from scratch and taste. We have pepperoni and our hamburger meat in here. I did drain out some of the grease. I didn't drain out all the grease from this one. Now, it's going to be a little thicker because I didn't use water. I used a little bit of milk, okay? So it's cooking down and everything here, guys. Just going to give it a little stir around. We're going to add a little mozzarella to this in a few minutes after it continues to simmer for a little bit longer. We have that salt, pepper, garlic, Italian, and a little bit of our rosemary in there. Get this back to the heat and let that. We're going to kick that on up to a high heat. real quick. Let it get to a little small roiling boil. Add just a handful more leaves to let those kind of start cooking down. Now you can add spinach or leave the spinach out. It's just totally up to you how you're making it. This is how I'm making it tonight. Um, Now spinach leaves, it may look like a lot that I have here, but as you well know, once everything gets cooked down, it's going to mold in there and it's just going to start, um, you know, rolling into the mixture that we have going, right? So let me go ahead and grab a strainer for our noodles. Now, this is the kind of strainer that I like to use. It just kind of pops out, and you can pick these up just about anywhere and sets up across anywhere with ease. I have plenty of seasonings, as some of y'all can see there. So, like I said, I do love to cook. I want to try and grow my community. I'm working on that way to the 10,000 mark, slowly but surely. I'd love to see everyone else's content. So I will be going back and reviewing all my feeds and things. And if there's any comments, I'll try and answer those questions. Peaceful, I appreciate you being here. You've been a great big support. Shout out to Peaceful there, guys, in the chat. I have Britt Family Farms, Phoenix, Swift Tortoise. There's so many great people that have so much content. I love video game content as much as I love cooking. So don't think that I'm going to shy away if you have some kind of content um, and you think I'm not going to come in and check it out. Um, so just depending on what you're doing, what's happening, what's going on, I'm here for you, as I hope we can be there for each other. All right, we have that rolling boil. I'm going to add a few more leaves to this, guys. Now, something that you can definitely take on with this one is get you some nice cherry tomatoes, and you could slice them or leave them whole, let them kind of cook inside of that sauce, right? And then once you pull them, you can cut them into fourths or halves, and have some extra, I guess, something extra to bite into. Wealthy. Hey, Steven. Hey, everybody. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for staying in here, guys. Um, but yeah. Hey, rice and eggs are good, guys. Y'all are just listing all the stuff that I love to create. Like, I make ramen. I make all kinds of different stuff. So don't think that it's just the one thing. Yes, for sure. Cherry tomatoes from the garden would be a great one. But yeah, this is a knife by Ignited Cutlery. It's one of their newer ones. Has the AUS 10. This is their collector's one. It features like a kind of like a rock finish on it, if you will. It's all one piece. AUS 8. Okay. Has that AUS 8 steel. So 8 and 10 there. All right. We're going to turn this down. Our sauce is going really good. Now, once you get that heat up, it's going to allow the flavor of your pepperoni to start mixing in with the sauce and everything that's already in here. Now, this sauce is a little bit on the chunky side. So if you don't want everything to be as thick and a lot to chew on, I guess, if you will, definitely take the time and chop everything up fine. So you can definitely chop everything up in finer pieces to where it's more of just a straight up sauce versus what I have going on right now. Now I'm going to turn off the heat for this. We're going to bring it on over here and drop it into our strainer. Watch the steam, everybody. It will get you. Okay. I'm just slowly stirring this one around, mixing up that spinach that's in there so it wilts down and becomes very, I guess, pliable, if you will. So it's not so much of a mouthful. And we have our Italian and everything in here. Now I'm going to turn this sauce off. Now, I do have my tasting spoon here. It is quite large, but we're going to grab a little bit of sauce, bring it over here, kind of blow on it a little bit, like we're trying to blow out a birthday cake, gently. Okay. I'm tasting the garlic in there. So definitely, I think that's going to be right on this time. That is turning out really good, guys. The only thing I can suggest with this one, guys, is I'm going to grab some all natural butter. Okay, so this is Irish butter. Um, it is, I got it from a place called Aldi's, is where I picked this one up. So if you have an Aldi's, go check them out. A lot of the stuff from Aldi's is going to be no preservatives, no food colorings. A lot of stuff is all natural at the Aldi stores. Okay, guys. So if you're checking out Aldi's, like say you like Fruit Loops, they don't put dyes in their Fruit Loops. Their Fruit Loops actually have what's called turmeric. So for anyone that doesn't know what turmeric is, this is it here. Okay, it's called turmeric. Now this stuff will change colors. I'm saying like you add just a little pinch to some eggs or you add it to some rice and it's turned into that nice yellowy color. So changing colors, turmeric will definitely do that to your food. It doesn't have a huge impact on flavor, but certain things can help certain aspects of your life with certain seasonings. Now I do have a lot. If you go back into any of my channels and look at what I've created, you may notice a lot of seasonings going into some of the different foods that I've created, right? They're a healthy mixture, okay? When I say healthy mixtures of seasonings, they have um, they have a purpose for each seasoning. If you ever take a look at them, go look up those seasonings and see what they can help with. I'm not going to say anything directly of what they can or can't help because I can't, throw that out there directly anyway. So I'm just going to get just a nice dollop of butter. Okay. We're going to slide this off in here. You know what? Mo butter, mo better. We're just going to put another little dollop in there. And I'll set that there. And we're just going to whisk that butter around and let it mix and melt together. And then our sauce should be about done. Now, typically, I would not suggest using a metal utensil in your skillet. This one here is one I found at like a TJ Maxx or Marshall's. Okay. And so with this one, um, it has a raised bottom, so it's lifted. So kind of like if you've ever heard of the Clad, um, the Hex Clad brand, this is like the off brand of that. Okay. Now this one has a raised bottom so it doesn't scrape or things don't stick. Like if you wanted to cook a steak or a burger in this, it will definitely sear it. I've tested it out. I can get a nice sear in this skillet and still enjoy the steak, and it doesn't have to be, you know, hard and scaly. It's actual sear, and then you can flip it on both sides for a few minutes. Find that nice medium rare or well done, depending on what you like. All right. I'm going to set that over here. I'm just going to stir this up real quick. Make sure we get that butter mixed in. And I've already turned the heat off. I'm going to bring it over to you guys. Just let everyone take a quick look. Oh, watch out for that steam. We have the beautiful mixture here. The onions. We have our spinach. We have the hamburger meat. We have the butter. And my personal favorite in this one is going to be those chunks of pepperoni in this one. Now, like I said, you don't have to make it this way. This is just the way I made it. You can definitely take and go back and look at some of the comments in the future. I'll try to, for my friends here, like Peaceful Petunia, I will definitely try to, yes, mo better for sure, guys. Um, let's see what is going on here. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Let me make an adjustment here. Yes, we definitely don't want to get like any turmeric and stuff on our hands because it will stain your hands for a good minute. All right, guys. So just stirring this up just real quick, letting it cool down just a little bit. As you can see, we have all that delicious mixture together. Let's give it a taste. I'm gonna blow on it real quick. Oh wow, it smells so delicious. Like the steam is just carrying all the flavor and all the smells and everything, guys. Thanks, guys, for if you're just joining in, I appreciate it. Tap some hearts over here on the side. Um, grab that follow if you don't mind, because I like to come check you out as well. I just appreciate everybody's time and kicking it with me tonight, guys. Just look at that mixture, guys. You can see it all in there. I'm going to try and get a piece of hamburger meat in here. Just look at that mixture, guys. Look at all that beautiful mixture, guys. It is, we got it cooking tonight, guys. All right, set it down over here. Yep, that's what we needed, guys. We needed the butter. Mm. Like, it tastes so good, I don't even know if I need noodles. I don't know if I need the noodles or not. But, you know, we can't have spaghetti unless we add the noodles. So, strong recommendation. What I would recommend doing before adding the noodles to an empty pot, let's go ahead. We'll set our pot here. And we are just going to take just a little bit of our sauce and spread it around in the bottom. And I'll bring it over and kind of show you what I'm talking about, because you don't want to, we don't want, of course, when you add your sauce, it's going to eventually trickle down to the bottom. But here's the thing. If I don't add just a little bit to cover that bottom of the skillet, we're going to burn our noodles. Those noodles are going to stick to the bottom, and when they stick to the bottom, now you have burnt noodles that you're scraping off later after dinner, right? So let's prevent that. We're going to add a little bit of sauce, cover the bottom, get it to stir around a little bit. we're going to grab up our noodles here, give them a little shake to get off any excess water, right? Give them a little toss around. We're going to drop them on into the pot. All right. And then last but not least, we're going to I'm going to do this a little closer. All right. Let's see here. All right. Sorry about that, guys. So we're getting a little closer here so y'all can just see that beautiful pour. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, pardon the noise, everybody. Like I said, I'm not afraid to use it and scraping this skillet. I'll show you. Let me get the rest of it out so I'm not fighting it. Sorry about that. As you would say, you know, the dinner bell is ringing. But look at the like the raised metal pieces here in this skillet, guys. This one is very affordable. I only paid like 20 bucks for this one. Definitely highly recommend reaching out to your TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross, Burlington. You know, they got some of these great skillets that have that raised texture in them. Definitely something that's cheap and easy for everyone to pick up to improve your kitchen. Along with these knives, from Ignited. They are a great company. I've gotten a lot of good feedback from them. They are, you know, once they sell out of stuff, it's gone. You can find them all over the place. Okay, guys? So that's just a little bit of how I make my spaghetti tonight. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I will try and grab all those follows. Um, but yeah, I hope everyone will get to enjoy everything. I hope everyone that wanted to take notes got to take notes. If not, that's why we have the video here for it. So thank you all for dropping those thumbs up. Thank you for all the subscriptions that you can and the follows. I have my little screen here. There we are. There's the cook. Thank you guys for joining me this evening. Yes, if they had taste and smell for the internet right now, I would definitely be dropping it into that gadget, guys, to let y'all get a good whiff of everything that's going on here. We're going to grab this, double check, everything is off. Now, before everyone tunes out, I did almost forget one of the important parts, right? If you just now tuning in, I did show a handful of things earlier. Just going to get this all mixed in. Now, I like my sauce to be a little lighter. I could, you know, always add a little bit more sauce to my skillet earlier, but and I'll probably just maybe do this one, guys. You could add the cheese while you're making the sauce to give it a little more cheese flavor, if you will, for that mozzarella. But what we're going to do here is I'm going to try my hand here. Like I said, I'm just a dad that loves to cook. We're going to try our hand here at getting this plated up for everybody, okay? So, take your time here and make it happen. Just look at that beautiful spaghetti going onto the plate. We're going to just let that roll down the front of this, guys. We're just going to let it fall where it may. This is turned out way better than I anticipated it to be. No joke. Because I made this one from scratch. Now, we already had our shredded mozzarella, guys, okay? So y'all know I'm not grabbing it out of thin air like magic, okay? And we're just going to let that cheese fall and drizzle on top. Just work in some of our florets here on the side. And bon appetit, everybody. Thanks, guys, again for joining in tonight. Hope to see y'all in the future. Thank y'all again so much. I appreciate everyone, Mind Journey, everybody that got to join in tonight. I know I missed a lot of people in the conversation. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know who the followers are. You know who you are. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Have a good night, guys.